Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just received, literally minutes ago, this collection in the mail, and I immediately wiped off my eye makeup and I'm gonna do a review for you. So this is the new Too Faced Cosmic Crush collection. They sent me the whole collection. We have the Cosmic Crush eyeshadow palette, two Moon Crush highlighters right here. Then lastly, the lip injection here, which is in Cosmic Crush. This all looks so stunning. Let me show you this lip gloss. Such a pretty lip gloss, even the packaging. I love the packaging of that. The highlights, we have Shooting Star and Summer Moon. I will put both on my face just so you can see the colors. The one might be a little too deep for my complexion, but we'll see, we'll play around. And then for the palette, it's so pretty. I'm also going to compare this to the ABH Cosmos palette because I recently purchased that. And these are both galaxy themed, so I thought, you know what, let's compare the two new palettes. So here is what the new Too Faced Cosmic Crush palette looks like. I'm going to do one look on this side, one look on this, because that's what I did for the Too Faced Italian Spritz, and I really like that format. So let's dive right in, apply this to the face. I don't know when this is launching. I just have the information that is on the website right now, so pricing. In terms of launch date, you'll have to check the description box when that information becomes available. It just says coming soon. I'm going to use it all in this video for you so you can see whether it's something you want to purchase when it releases or not. So excited to have received this, so thank you Too Faced for sending it over, and let's dive into this palette. On the Too Faced website, the Cosmic Crush eyeshadow palette retails for $52. It says it has 16 matte, metallic, and shimmer shades, highly pigmented, one swipe payoff, creamy pressed powder texture, easy to blend formula, smells like sparkling apple cider, which it definitely does. I noticed a scent right away when I opened it. I didn't know what it was, but it smelled really, really nice. Not that I care about scented eyeshadows, honestly, but it did smell nice. Milky Way is a matte cream. Cosmic Crush is a light gold metallic sparkle. Twinkle Twinkle is a sparkly brown gold. Big Bang is a medium brown matte. Out of This World is a mauve matte. Starlight is a shimmering peachy pink. Moonglow is a silver metallic. Orbit, dirty peach matte. Superstar, brown matte. Frost in Space, shifting pink gold. Ultraviolet is a purple metallic. Too Spaced, muted lavender matte. Interstellar, Mauve Topal matte. Hypernova is a blue multicolor shimmer. Total Eclipse is a black matte with multicolor shimmer. Blast Off is a gray matte with silver shimmer. I'm going to start off with Out of This World, which is this matte shade here. I love how they do the larger mattes and then the shimmer paired with each of them. It's such a great concept. Formula is going on really nicely. For the packaging, it is one of those cardboard packaging. It isn't a tin container like the Italian Spritz, but I did like the one palette they did with this style before. It's nice and thin, great for travel. Got a nice big mirror on it to look at. And I personally love Too Faced shadows. Always had really good success with them. Using the shade Starlight, I'm just going to put this on my finger and press this on the lid. These are harder pressed than the ABH shadows. You can definitely feel it and see it. There's not as much kick up in the pan. That color is stunning. It stood out to me in this palette, and we're going to deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to use the shade Big Bang to deepen up the outer corner. I'm swatching the shade Frost in Space, and it's barely showing up on my hand. It's this super thin color. It looks pretty on my finger, but I'm having a hard time laying it down. I'm gonna take a little bit of Ultraviolet and just dab that in the outer corner of the lid, just to add something extra. There's no rhyme or reason to this look. I'm just playing with as many colors as I can. This shade is very pigmented. Taking a pencil brush in this shade Superstar, just going to line my eye. And then I want to lighten up this inner corner there in the crease, and I'm going to take the shade Too Spaced, which I think is hilarious. That name, I'm just going to pop it right in here. Then to brighten that corner up a little bit further, I'm going to take Milky Way. Right here, and everything is just blending really nicely together. It's not just dusting away or becoming mucky. I can see all the different variations in the tones, and it's all blending pretty seamlessly. This is not a typical look you'd see me do. I did want to do something a little bit different. I feel like with these sort of palettes, I just want to do something that I haven't done or seen. So this is the look that I'm doing for the eyes. We're gonna move on to this one. I'm gonna finish off with lashes and mascara, all that, and then we'll work on the lower lash line. But I do wanna do something. Supernova is just screaming my name. I feel like I have to do that all over the lid. I'm gonna start off with Interstellar, doing cool tones today. I feel like this is a very cool leaning palette. Do a dusting of that. Again, the blend is just taking me no time at all. I'm loving it. Going in with that Hypernova shade right there. It is so pretty. The shift in this is unreal. I love it. This is my personal favorite color in the palette. I'm gonna do something a little bit different and just put the gold on top to just give it a little pop in the center. Then we're gonna deepen up the outer corner. I love what that did to it. I want to further deepen up and darken the outer corner, so I'm taking Total Eclipse on a tiny detail brush. We're going to add some dimension. This also has a little bit of sparkle in it. Clean brush to blend out the edges. And then I want through the crease just a little bit deeper, so I'm going back in with that Interstellar shade, just gradually building up that color. We do have sparkle fallout from both eyes. Just be mindful, I would do your eyes first. I just didn't because I had previous filmed a video. So this is a spur of the moment video, so my whole face is done, but absolutely zero issue with using these shadows. So these are how the eyes are looking, two totally different styles, and I'm going to go off camera, just throw on some lashes, mascara, all that, come back, and we will finish up the eyes. Use both highlighters and show you the lip gloss on. Have some half lashes on. I'll link everything down below. I'm just gonna finish off the eyes, and I'm taking whatever's left on this teeny tiny brush, putting it on the outer corner underneath the eye. This eye is already fairly dramatic. I don't want to smoke out the lower lash line too much. But this color is really pretty blended out. And you can definitely see some of the sparkle in it. I'm not having the same issue as I had with my ABH review, if you remember that Galaxy shade with the sparkle just migrating everywhere instead of where I put it. This still actually has quite a bit of sparkle to it, but buffs out to such a pretty color. So love that. Just keeping it simple there. And then I'll put a little bit of mascara on. And for this eye, I'm going to take the shade Orbit. Haven't used that. It's fairly light. I'm going to buff it under. Yeah, that shade is pretty much the color of my skin. So it'd be great to buff out my crease colors. Probably what I'll be using it for. You can see like slightly, just a light smoke. Then I'm going to take Out of This World and just lightly get really close to that lash line. Just to add a bit of that purple. This is a fun color. This is Stila Mambo in my lash line, and then I have another color I kind of want to line this eye. Then for this eye, I'm going to use this Makeup Forever pencil in number 92. It's this really beautiful lavender color. Those are the two eyes complete. I'm going to just jump off camera, do a little bit of bronzer and blush, and then we will do the highlight and the lip gloss. I really wanted to try the NARS Afterglow Blush in Wanderlust on camera for you. So put a little bit of that on. It's very sheer, but adds that purple quality I thought would go good for a cosmic theme look. So now we're gonna move on to the two highlights, and I was gonna do the lighter highlight on this cheek, and this is in Shooting Star. The Moon Crush highlighters retail for $36. There are two shades in Shooting Star and Summer Moon. Shooting Star is an effervescent champagne, and Summer Moon is a bronzed rose gold. It says it has the glossiness of a liquid with the ease of a powder. Smells like fresh, crisp apples. I didn't notice the scent as much on the highlights, but it is slightly there, the palette more so. This, you can see a little bit of shimmer in it when a light is reflecting on it. I can't really see it here. It's not too soft by any means. You're not getting any kick up. Good amount of product on the brush. Gonna lightly dust it on. And this is the lighter one. Whoa. This is a very gold highlight, and it is emphasizing my texture quite a bit. It's not my favorite formula, I would say. It is very intense though, so if you like that, you might like this sort of highlight. I don't. I like something a little bit more skin-like because otherwise it looks just quite bumpy. There, it's my skin. I mean, it's not the highlight. It's what my skin looks like, but there are other highlighters that I personally think just lay a little bit better than that on my skin. I think this highlight on top of a matte foundation, I might like a little bit more, but you can see what I'm saying there. So I'm gonna go in with Summer Moon on the other cheek, do a little bit less here. This is quite bronzy. So this isn't really going to highlight my skin, but I still wanted to show you what it would look like. Like, I cannot use that shade, right? It gives that dark just strip on the face. So this one, if you are deeper complected, you might have success with it. So I'm actually going to remove that and just apply the other shade to this side of the skin, and we will go on to the lips. And now for the lip gloss. When I opened this, I was so excited. I love the lip injection formula. This is the most intense lip plumper I personally used. The new lip injection gloss in Cosmic Crush retails for $33. It says it has sparkles like glitter but feels perfectly smooth on the lips. Smells like a sparkling champagne cocktail. Taking my Refi Fawn, I just want some definition. I don't like just going straight in with gloss because then I lose the shape of my lip. I'm just going to keep it to the very outer border. And now for Cosmic Crush lip gloss. I wonder if this will feel like confetti. Oh yeah, this is ready. This one smells and tastes so good. It tastes like candy. This is my favorite flavor in a gloss or any lip product that I've tried in a while. Not that I'm eating this, but it smells and tastes really, really good. And I can actually see particles moving from my top lip to my bottom. Might look like flakes of skin, but it's actually the glitter because I finally got to some of the bigger ones. I can't see that being a good thing though, because if that's gonna exfoliate my lips, plus I have a lip plumper on, that could be pretty painful. But yeah, very chunky for the glitter. If that's your thing and you like glitter that you'll very much see and that moves around, that's in here. This for me, I would rather it be more finely milled. I still love the shade of it. I just wish it didn't have those really big chunks in it because it's going from top to bottom every time I talk. Otherwise, I do like the gloss, just not the chunks, because I think it's a really, really pretty color. So all in all, I personally would go with Cosmic Crush over the Cosmos palette from ABH. That's just, in my experience, my use of the palettes, the color story. I just feel like it's easier for me to work with. I can create even more looks, I feel like, with the palette. You are going to get a lot of the very intense metallics that ABH is kind of known for these newer formulations that they do. So if that's what's selling you, go Cosmos. But for the most amount of looks and similar color story, I personally would pick this one over it, just because I can create some really beautiful looks with it with ease, and I found this a lot easier for me to use than the other one. I really love the inclusion of these different kinds of shimmers in here, and also how they have a bigger section for mattes. I really love how this is designed and set up, and the quality was what I have come to expect from Too Faced. So this is a winner for me. The gloss is dependent on whether you like the big chunks of glitter. I feel like I would use this, but I'm going to be picking off that one right there and one down there is what I'm going to be doing to use it, because I do like the color and it is intense right now. Me talking, it's very intense. And the highlights, I personally would pass on. This is just too gold for me. I think it does look pretty. Looking at it right here, it's very beaming. So it's true to Cosmos. I think they did that well. It's based on personal preference, and I just have other highlighters that I know I'm gonna reach for over those ones. And the other shade is just definitely not my color because it is much too dark. So if you are deeper complected, that one should work for you, because even in the pan, it might not look as deep as you think. It does go on quite deep on the skin. And I found that the same as the one that was lighter. I did think it went on a little bit deeper than what it is showing in the pan, more gold. And I found the same for the darker one. It does go on a little bit deeper because I wasn't sure if I would be able to use the deeper one or not, but definitely can't. So here is the completed face, the completed looks. I love how both eyes turned out. They're very different from what I typically would wear. This one I was trying to do a little bit similar to my ABH Cosmos look to see if I had a little bit of easier time to achieve that. And I love how this turned out. I love the color and the pigmentation, how easy it was to work with, how bright it is. It's so pigmented and pretty. Definitely different sort of consistency and texture than the ABH. Like, you can't compare these palettes in terms of their texture because they're very, very different palettes. If you love ABH eyeshadows, go Cosmos. And if you like the color story but had maybe a similar experience to me for ABH shadows, I think you'd really enjoy Cosmic Crush. It's the one that I would pick over the ABH one after using both of them. I personally had an easier time using it. I feel like I can create similar looks with that palette using the Too Faced one, and I love the variety and how it's just set up. I just really love how there's a larger matte with the shimmer shade, the metallic, and you can just create so much variety with this. It's super thin, easy, compact for travel. Really, really nice. It is the cardboard. I do like the tin ones, but those ones are bulkier, so these are nice every now and then. And then for the highlights, there's other ones on the market that I personally like more, and I do feel like are a little bit deep for my skin and my taste. I just don't typically go for something so gold. It shows up very beaming on my skin, but I don't typically go that gold with a highlight. The other one's just too dark for me. And then the gloss is pretty, same formula we've come to know, that is the very extreme lip plumping formula from Too Faced, but you just have to know it's like confetti in this. Like, you get huge chunks of glitter, they move around, and you can definitely feel those bigger chunks on the lips. So that's something to note. If this is something you want, something you like, just note huge glitters in there. The biggest that I've ever seen in a lip gloss is in here. And that is going to be it for this review. I hope you found it helpful, can help you decide when this becomes available, if there's something you want to pick up or not. Once I receive further details about the palette, launch date, all that good stuff, I will have it in the description box for you, as well as link to the palette when it becomes available. I don't know the date of launch. All I know is what's on the website, the pricing for all the products, and that is going to be it for this first impression review. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for wanting to know more about these new products, this new collection. I know I was very excited when this came in the mail. I couldn't wait. I had no idea it was coming today, so I was ill prepared, but I love the looks that I threw together, and I think they represent the palette really well. I tried to use as many shades as I could, and the only one that I had a little bit of issue picking up is Frost in Space. It's just super thin and hard pressed, very hard pressed. That one I would need a little bit of Fix Plus or something to just get it working, but that one for me on its own just needs a little bit of help. The other shades were beautiful, so easy to work with, and I had no issue whatsoever with any of the other shades. If you liked this first impression review and want to see more videos like it in the future, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up so I know to continue doing them. And if you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to the channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.